some I'm still on the handle. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. 7B, coding all night, no sleep. I know how you do it, T. I know how you do it. The beat riding, bro. That's so I already started the stream, but now it's like, you know what? Before too many people jump in, let me go start the laundry first. So I went and started gathering all the dirty clothes and took them in the basement. But I was like, since the streaming started, I better have something planned. But I forgot how dope this beat was, bro. You're right, bro. You're right. This little beat ride a little bit, and it's. Look at you, motherfucking IT, AI, tech guy. Do it big, Puff. Show the little black kids what's possible. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gotta be a basketball player. Even if you is tall as hell, you can still be smart and do other shit. Yeah, I forgot how dope this little beat was, though. Alright, checking messages early in the morning. See, Stu send me some messages throughout the night. Not a lot of people. Emails, I check emails. What's the emails in here this morning? Defense gutters. We can replace your gutters today. A special offer. Get 20% off plus an additional 10% off if you order now. Nobody needs your expensive ass defense gutters, bro. Get these emails out of here. I be unsubscribing to all this shit, and they still just send me emails all over again, bro. I thought I unsubscribed from your emails, man. How you telling me I can't unsubscribe? Use this as my theme right here. This is a good one, man. This is a good little one. I don't know. I'm happy I stopped on it when I did because I kept feeling like it needed something else, and even listening to it now, the spam just keeps spamming, bro, all the time. The spam just keeps spamming. But yeah, I don't want to add nothing else to this beat anymore. I think it's only it's only really 3 layers or 3 tracks, and then that little vocal sample in there. It's just a guitar, a drum, and some shakers. And then a little vocal snippet. But this shit don't sound bad, man. A little simple beat. I be wanting to make more like rock. Have more like rock and roll influences in my beats and stuff. I'm gonna do Instagram live real quick. It's 7:30 in the morning. Who else is up? See, that's why I can't never do shit on the phone, bro. As soon as I'm like, let me start Instagram, and then I start scrolling through Instagram, and it's just like, fuck. I didn't mean to scroll through Instagram. I just wanted to log on to Instagram. Oh, Puff, we gonna jam out to this one for a minute. I'm gonna switch it up. It's been listening to this for 22 minutes. That's all good though. I just came in. I just got back in. I only been listening to it for 3 minutes. But yeah, let this ride out for a little while. I'm vibing with my coffee. I got some Kofifi this morning. Oh, I found a new mug too. Check out my new mug. You're positively awesome. Hold on. Actually, I want to send this to somebody. Let's share this. It's all good. I'm on the handle, bro. I'm on the handle. Whatever today, bro. As long as I got this handle by my side. As long as I got this handle by my side, I'm down with whatever, bro. Crunk, I ain't even go to sleep yet, nigga. What's good? What's up? What we doing? Puff, motherfucking trooper, bro. This motherfucker the goddamn a Starship Trooper. Litty like a titty. This is some lemon skunk. Ooh, got lemon skunk here. This is I forgot what the fuck this is. What the name of this shit? Oh, it's right there. This is Morning Dew. Not Mountain Dew. Morning Dew. Yo, good morning. What's up, guys? Hey, how's it going? And then here we got some Cinderella 99. So I don't know if I'm gonna do the Cinderella 99 or the Morning Dew. I might mix all these motherfuckers up. But we vibing this morning in the goddamn studio. It's Saturday. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't woke up in a good mood, go lay back down. Go lay back down and start over. Cause we ain't about to go all day Saturday like somebody pissing your cereal. If you ain't in a good mood right now, you might as well turn my stream off and go hop back in bed for like 15 more minutes. Reset the damn clock. So we about to... Saw something on my shirt. I thought it was a bug. We about to motherfucking chill in this thing this morning. Yeah, I cleaned out my other pipe last night. Let me show y'all this shit. Alright, so I don't hardly roll up a lot no more when I smoke. I normally just smoke out of like pipes on I got a couple water bombs, but I smoke out of these. There's a weed pipe. I keep one on every floor. I got one in the studio, one in the bedroom, one in the living room. So last night, I'm in bed, I'm trying to smoke while I watch TV. But I could not smoke out this motherfucking pipe, bro. I'm trying to pull. I'm like, does this shit clog or what? Like, I'm looking in this bitch. I'm shining my flashlight in there. I'm banging this thing on the... Like, yo, how come I can't get no airflow through my fucking pipe, bro? This shit would not fucking pull to save my life. So I'm like, all right, I gotta clean it out, I guess. It's time to clean it out. Y'all wanna see what I got out of here, yo? I ain't gonna lie, yo, look. Yo, all this was in this pipe, yo. All that gunk. All that tar and resin. Yo, I had to fucking get the fucking wire, Joan, like. And that shit hard as hell, no. It took me like an hour to get all this shit. All of this came out of here. Can you imagine all of that shit being packed up in there? And I was like, okay, that's why I can't fucking get no airflow through my goddamn Joan. But that shit look nasty. No, it's not good, man. Yo, J1, I gotta play your beat next, man. Me and J1 was in here vibing one day when I was making the beat, and I named it after him. But yeah, look at all the gunk and shit that came out of my fucking pipe, man. Can you imagine that? That shit look wild. Like it was so clogged, bro. It was so clogged up. It's crazy. Like I said, that one, all that shit came out of here. But ain't nothing but like, it's just weed. That's all this shit is. Weed and mostly like the tar and resin. But this shit hard and sticky, like, bro, that shit is so wild. I said, I can't even believe all this shit was in the fucking pipe. It's been a long time since I cleaned that bitch out though. This shit weighs almost as much as the pipe do itself. I don't even know why I'm playing with this shit. I'm trying to roll it into a little ball or something. Yo, how all is that just fucking weed, yo? That shit crazy. Anyway, I thought that shit was funny as hell when I was cleaning that shit out and like more kept coming out and more kept coming out. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? And I started tapping that shit and more tar kept coming out. I'm like, ain't no way in hell, bro. Ain't no way in hell all that shit is in there, yo. But I don't delete the beats, man. The beat's still on there. Now I can smoke out this bad boy again. So much smoke. That shit, they looking fire though. We listened to that for like 30 minutes. Where is that J1 beat at? J1. Manifest Draft. base green, smiling. Trophy yellow, smiling. Looking fly with the fly painting king. That's what's up, yo. Yo, Manifest Draft. It look like you writing a prompt on that shit, yo. Hey man, yo, everybody, somebody run this Manifest Draft guy. Let's look up his profile and his background. He coming in here being too nice with too many compliments first thing. We get suspicious about shit like that around here. Most people come in here being assholes and dickheads and trolls talking shit about the art. And you want to come in here and talking about love, the beats, and you a real person? We gonna run a background check real quick. YouTube emotes. He said those were emotes. They don't show up. That shit said green face, laughy face. Okay, I'm fucking with you, man. Just come in with all these compliments earlier in the morning. He like, nice. Oh, you know what? They finally gave us that shit for free too. Well, I downgraded my subscription, so I don't know. I think it was a monthly game, but Dreams, yeah, it was a they let us have that shit, yo. Yeah, Dream, you told me that shit years ago, bro. It was a couple years ago. That's why we can get it for free now. You know, they got to get as much money off of it they can, and then after a while they'll let you have it for free. But no, that's the low package is $80 a year, bro. I had the premium Joan. Like they told me mine was gonna be $170 for the year with the top tier package. That's what I've had, the top tier package for years now, bro. Soon as they announced it, because it was just PlayStation Plus or whatever. Then it was. And then they added some more. Okay, so I went up to the next tier. And then a few years ago when they added that third tier, like soon as they added it, I just subscribed to it. I'm like, all right, y'all got some more shit? Fine, I'll get it. And so like I was paying like $100 and something a year. But I'm like, okay, you break it down, it's like $13, $14 a month. That's not too bad, you know. But now it's like, that shit damn near $200 a year for top tier. I dropped my shit all the way down to the basic subscription, yo. Like the just enough so I can play games online, yo. Like I don't know, PlayStation weird. They're weird as fuck for that shit, bro. Sony must be out there goddamn mind, bro. I can't justify it. Not for video games. It's entertainment. And we all need entertainment, and video games is an excellent way to relieve stress and to like just zone out and decompress sometimes. Video games is a very good outlet, and it's creative art, you know, it's interactive art. I love video games, but I can't justify like damn near a $200 subscription a year. Damn near $200 a year. I'm good on that. Used to be free, bro. I remember what it was from the PlayStation 3 when they made us start paying for online services. I was like, I already pay for my internet. I pay my internet bill so I can play games. Now I gotta pay for my internet and pay you for my internet to access your servers. Like, come on, man. But capitalism is capitalism, and the video game industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry annually, and they know that people are gonna pay. Like, people are gonna pay for it. That's just, it is what it is. People gonna pay for it. You know? And now even with downloading games, like, okay, so you're telling me back in the day when I had to buy a physical copy of a game, so that means you have to print up a compact disc, the actual CD disc. The disc has to have an image on it, so that's artwork and graphics and inks and all of that shit. Then that goes into a plastic holding case, which has more graphics and stuff on there. And so you can buy that whole physical package, and then if you don't want the game anymore after you played it for a while, or you don't like it, you can take that hard copy and you can trade it in or sell it to somebody else or give it to somebody else for a gift or whatever. But now, okay, and I can see you justifying like $65 for that, because it's a whole thing, it's a tangible thing that you can hold. But they're still charging us the same fucking price for a digital game. There is no packaging, there is no distribution. It's not like the CDs have to get from the printer, the CD printing place, to the warehouse, and from the warehouse to the fucking department store or whatever game store, and then from the game store to you. I understand that's a lot of gas, a lot of traveling, a lot of shipping, a lot of distribution route. All that shit is dead and gone now. I could just download that shit straight from the fucking internet, and you still charging me the same amount as if it was a fucking physical item. I don't understand that part neither. I hate, right now when I download a game, I hate paying fucking $70 for a game, bro. There is no packaging. There is no graphic artwork. There is no sleeve, no covers. It didn't have to travel, like I say, from 1, 2, 3 different locations to get to me. And you still charge me the same. And then you want to charge me another $50 fucking dollars a year to use your online service. That shit don't make sense, yo. Man, look. I don't understand it, bro. I don't understand. Now I feel like, and then I brought the Fat Boy PlayStation that has the disc drive. I don't even buy disc anymore. I should have just got the fucking all digital shit to start with. And that's why, like, if and when I do get the Xbox, I'll just get the small Xbox without a disc drive. You don't really need the disc drive anymore. And then on top of that, like I say, we're losing out on resale power because I can't resell my games anymore. Back in the day, that's how I always got new games. I would have fucking stacks of games like this, and then once I got tired of them, I would take 3 or 4 games that I really don't play anymore, take those to GameStop and be like, here, trade these in, and I can get a new fucking game. And then you can buy used games for cheap as shit. You know, 18 bucks, 20 bucks, I can get a used game. And then they had a trial even with new games, or with used games. If you didn't like it, you can bring it back in a week and just trade it in for something else. But now once you buy and download a digital game, that's it. That shit stuck on your hard drive. You can't trade it in. You can't resell it. You can't let your friends borrow it. And that was something else too. If my friend had fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater and I had Grand Theft Auto, and I'd be like, yo, let's swap games out and let me play that shit for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? You can't even do that shit no more. It's like, it's so weird, but I still got to pay $70 for that shit. Still gotta pay $70 for that shit, bro. And crazy to think about it, right? Crazy when you think about that shit, bro. They charging us the exact same price when it's not a physical item anymore. It's not. It's weird, bro. But, and once again, and that's why I feel like, am I being poor? Am I being cheap? Am I being like too frugal with my money? But no, I just don't see how I can justify paying so much money per year for a gaming service. I just don't see it. And so like I said, I dropped down to the bare minimum tier just so I can get online. Other than that, man, fuck that shit, bro. I took my daughter to GameStop for the first time last week. No, not all is corporation greed. Yeah. That's what I say. Is it me? Is something wrong with the way I think? Make money from the signature alone. Look up the bill of exchange law and you'll see exactly what I mean. The bill of exchange. That's another thing too. Once a brand can get their name just synonymous with whatever field they're in. Like Nike is sports, Sony is, and once you can get your name branded to that type of field, and everybody, you know, with cell phones, most people go with the iPhone because they're branded so hard that it's the first company and the first product that comes to mind. And once you can reach that level, then you can just shit everybody on the quality of your products because your name is so synonymous with that thing. People are just going to buy it anyway because they don't think there's any other options or avenues, and it's just like, well, I just got to get it because that's what it is. And it's like, do you really though? You don't even need it at all. I only played PlayStation Plus games, and for a long time, like for the past few years, bro, I haven't bought games either. That's what I was doing. I would just play the free monthly games and use the catalog. But then, like I say, I kind of start looking at the catalog, and I don't even finish a lot of those games. And then they still give us games from the last generation. Like I say, this year alone, I bought Call of Duty. I bought the DLC for Cyberpunk. I think that's the only games I actually purchased this year. Yeah, the last big game that I brought was Red Dead Redemption 2. I can't think of nothing else, yo. Red Sifu, like I say, yeah. I bought. Did Sifu come out this year or last year? The year almost over, man. Years be going by so fast. I think Sifu probably came out this year. If it did, like those were like the last games I really paid for. Red Dead Redemption 2. I bought Sifu, Cyberpunk 2077 plus the DLC, and Call of Duty. And when did Red Dead come out? That was like 4 years ago or something like that, 3, 4 years ago. So in the past like almost 5 years, I only bought like 5 games in the last 5 years. Say it again, bro. In all capital letters for the people in the back, so they can really read that shit, bro. Still to this day, I'm so happy I did purchase that game, yo. They say that once you manifest greater adventures in you and your wine glass gets too full, fill up some new and greater. See, I hate this screen right here because it won't allow me to read the whole comment. I'm on Instagram Live, but there's no one in here watching my Instagram Live, so let me end this shit real quick. I have never purchased a PS5 game. And you know why? Because they only got a handful of games so far that are actually for the PS5. When you look up PS5 specific games, it's still a very, very small catalog. They're actually charging us more. He said, I've never purchased a PS5, period. You gotta get the PS5, man. They're out there now. You can get one. They say once you manifest greater adventures in your wine glass gets too full, you empty it out and fill it up with some new and greater flavors. I don't know what. Oh, you know what I mean? Oh yeah. I like that though. You know what I'm saying? You too full. I'm done with this shit. Fill up with something different, man. That's why Andre 3000 did what he did, and everybody looking like, what? I need a whole different flavor of something completely new. Something I ain't never ever tried before. I've been on all these adventures. I want a new experience. And 3000 shows you I'm different. And I enjoy being different. You gotta have a new wine glass. I'm tired of that Merlot. I keep thinking about getting the motherfucking PSVR 2, but there's not a lot of games on that shit either. Shots. All right. So you want to try to block in some more of this stuff. I'm not sure if I want to start bringing this down or if I'm gonna just kind of like come this. I might just try to finish this and then just bring it this way. But I know I'm gonna have to add like I probably have to add some colors this morning. Damn, I don't want to turn the beats up. I want to look at the. I keep forgetting I got two iPads. I always forget I got two iPads. But this one might not be charged. And this one is weird too, like this case is like glued on or something and it won't come off. But then at the same time the case won't allow it to fit and like it won't fit in that holder. I don't like that this is glued on there. Like, why would you just? I guess if you're never gonna change your case, but still, I'd rather have the option to take it out. All right, I'm gonna let this charge for a minute, and then maybe we can still listen to beats and paint at the same time. Y'all want to try to make a new beat real quick? Let me see. What if we do something? What if we do something new? All right, because they added some updates recently. So I normally just start with a blank slate. Hello. 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 Why won't that work? Okay. If you sell my paint, I'll never log in again. I'm drawing Tupac. Word. Send me some little screenshots, bro. Let me see. Let me see your Tupac rendition. Come with me. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you wanna ride or die? La da 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 da. Come with me. Hail Mary, nigga, run quick, see. What do we have here now? Do you wanna ride or die? La da 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 da. It ain't nothing but a gangsta party. Ooh, nothing but a gangsta party. Yo, Pac was that dude, man. Pac was the man. That's why I say, I ain't a prophet, but I see the world like Pac did. And this so toxic, feel like we running out of options. Mm-hmm. That one, I'll go back one more. I'm not building no beat, bro. I've been here for 2 days trying to make one beat. I can't even find a hat that I even like on this shit. and make the lo-fi jams. tempo on different. That's the only thing. You gotta change the tempo of the whole of all the tracks together. You can't change the tempo of individual tracks. That's the one feature I wish they would add. I can't slow the bass down without slowing everything down. You can't speed the drums up without speeding everything up. You can't change the tempo. All the tempos are set together. Unless I may have to YouTube some shit because I don't know if I just haven't figured out how to change the tempo on certain tracks, but that's what I did right here. That's it right there. The cutout. Then it comes back. I cut it out at 16 and come back at 19. That little intro part is dope though. This shit says 1% charged. I can't even use it. I don't know why it ain't charging fast. That shit said 1%. So we gotta use this one. Alright, we did something. A little beat. With the expertise and guidance of my man Napalm P. I went to the wrong thing. I need to go to my photos. Alright, here we go. We gotta start slinging some paint. I'm gonna have to eat something soon. I've been in here Chief Keefing all morning, and I ain't had nothing but a hot cup of joe. A hot cup of joe is all I had this morning. I need to eat something soon. I'm trying to think right now, like when I do eat something, like what will it be? I don't feel like cooking this morning. Oh, I did watch that episode of the Y Files last night about the M Cave, but I already heard that story a long time ago. You know what he won't do? He won't do 9/11, yo. You notice that, right? There are certain things he won't fucking talk about because he knows that YouTube won't allow that shit. But the MK was a good one because that motherfucker disappeared, bro. I was listening to that debate with Piers Morgan, but those guys kept yelling. I kind of wanted to hear that, but I had listened to this old old interview that Graham Hancock did with this guy who is a expert in the ancient Hebrew language, and he breaks down the Bible. I've listened to it like last night was my third. Not I didn't listen to it last night, but I listened to it a few days ago. It was like my third time listening to it, and now I want to listen to it again. Because these guys say a lot of shit in here. His name is Maruro Bing Big Biglino. I can't even pronounce this dude's name. His first name is spelled Mauro, Mayuro, and his last name is Biglino. Biglino? That's the only way I can pronounce it. But he has this really thick, like, Middle Eastern accent. But the shit they talk about in this conversation
Are there other traces
is just too good.
of objects that might reasonably be interpreted as technology? We have the ark, we have the shamir, we have the kabod,
We have
everything
the
else.
Ruach.
There's the rising up,
Yes.
the flying.
Yes, the Ruach.
So some sort of suggestion of a flying machine.
Yes, yes. Flying machine. That go
Yeah.
clearly as flying machine.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I
In
don't
the
know.
Bible, sorry, in the Bible.
In the Bible.
Give me an example.
In the Bible. For example, in the book of Ezekiel, in the book of Exodus, is clearly described the kavod of Yahweh. That when Moses called to Yahweh the possibility to see this.
You need an NPC young Padawan.
Yahweh says to him, you cannot stand in front of Kavod, because if you are in
Look,
front of
there's my
Kavod,
pencil
you
right
die.
there.
And so that is important. Yahweh cannot do nothing. So God is impotent, not potent, in front of the dangerosity of the kavod.
Yeah.
And that is very interesting. Yahweh tells to Moses, you can hide you after these rocks. So the rock.
And Moses said, now show me your glory, or show me your kavod. And the Lord said, I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you. But he said, you cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live. The Lord said, there is a place near me where you may stand on a rock. In my glory, or kavod, passes by, I will put you in a cliff in the rock and cover you with my hand until I have passed by. Then I will remove my hand and you will see my back, but not my face, but my face must not be seen. And so here again is one of those passages in the Bible that like he said, God is impotent against certain things. One of the first things that I remember was, and like I said, I've always questioned all these stories since childhood. And so you learn of the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, and Lot's wife gets turned into a pillar of salt. But why? So God says, hey, I'm going to bring my wrath down upon these cities, but you're a good man. I'm going to let you and your family live, which is weird. How do you select certain people and then destroy everyone else? But then he said, once the calamity has started, I cannot control it. And do not look back, or you will be turned into a pillar of salt. Or that's what the modern translation says. But the original translation is more like not salt, but vapor. But anyway, God cannot control the calamity once it has started. There is nothing he can do about it. The garden, the tree of good and evil in the garden, like that was stronger than God. Why was that tree even there? Why would he put that tree there? And why couldn't he mitigate the effects of the tree or whatever? It just seems like, and then once they ate from the tree, he couldn't change things back or just put their memory back. Or why would you make a tree with a fruit that would even do that? That has greater power than you have. And then here again, where he was talking to Moses, and so you can't see my face. And then I think later on, somehow Moses does get a glimpse of his face, and then it makes Moses's face look all weird, and he comes down, and then the people can't even look at Moses after he saw the face of God or some shit. But like, what is this thing, and why can't God control what happens when these devices or mechanisms or whatever you want to call them, like once these things are activated, like it seems like he has no control or authority or ability after they've been initiated. And so it doesn't make the position of all powerful, all knowing, it doesn't seem to fit that God, or some of those instances that are accounted for in the Bible where it's just like, well, if he's all powerful, shouldn't he be able to do something about that? Like, if you're all powerful, and then in another instance, he I thought he did show his face to Moses. Wait a minute, or was that a different character in the story? No, I thought that was Moses too. Where he the first time they met, he was like, wait a minute, I'm getting kind of confused here. And Moses didn't believe that he was God, and he gave him leprosy or something, and then took it away. Wait a minute, am I thinking about? Hmm.
Are there other traces in the Bible of objects that might reasonably be interpreted as technology? We have the ark.
The true is that in the version of Masoretic.
Okay. Explain Masoretic to me.
Masoretic is a family named also School of Tiberiade,
Yeah.
that worked on the version of the Old Testament between 16 and 19 century after Christ, and they added the vowels.
Right.
Because the Old Testament was written only by consonant, so the people could read it how he
You
wanted.
could insert whichever
He
vowels
wanted.
they wish to.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. So this Masoretic school fixed the vowels to fix the possibility of reading the Old Testament. And I translated this, not because I think it is the best or the unique of the truth, but because the theologians say is the truth.
This is the definitive.
The definitive
version.
The definitive.
Yes, yeah.
First of all, with our friends, I apologize for my English, but I'm learning it since few months, and so I hope to make you understand me.
You're certainly making me understand. So I still want to come to this point that the original book is the Torah,
Yes.
and that's the name of the Hebrew Bible.
Yes.
And if I take the Masoretic translation of the Torah,
Yes.
it's identical in content. They contain the same books.
Not in all the translations.
Right.
There are many different differences, and often are also important. And so when we are in front of this book, we have only be careful to the context, because the translation of a unique term is always uncertain.
Yes.
Is uncertain also if all the scholars of the world say that this is the translation. Is not certain.
Right. They're using their authority.
So in front, okay,
Yeah.
they use their authority because often they are dogmatic,
Yes.
of course.
Yeah.
And so we have to use the context to understand the real meaning of single terms.
Yes.
Like the verb bara, who is present in the first verse of the Bible, in the Genesis. Bereshit.
You puff. But so you can't trust nobody that sounds like them. Why, bro? Why? Hey man, there's good people everywhere. He said he just did the studies, and he also just said like, yo, I don't care if all the experts, all the expert theologians and researchers, if everybody agrees like this is the translation, this what it means. He's like, that's not true. It doesn't mean that that's the actual translation. It just means that that's what everybody agrees on. And so he's trying to get to the point, like saying that this story it's a good story, but it's not. The modern way we tell the Jesus, Moses, God story is more grounded in reality, and some of these characters were real people, and they've just been inflated to legends and myths and gods and prophets and all this stuff. When he says like it's a history book, and just like any other history book, he says later on in the conversation, he says if you read about World War One in any history book, you're not gonna get the real fucking story. Period. Period. I don't care what history book you read, like not any official educational scholarly history book, you're not gonna get the real story of World War One. Because the victors get to tell it how it is, and we write history a certain way. And so, in essence, even our history is like historical fiction. Almost everything is historical fiction because it's not the full truth. And that's what he's trying to say about the Bible is like there's a lot of true shit in the Bible. We're just misunderstanding it, and these texts are so old and they've been translated from language to language. First of all, they've been passed down orally for a long time before they were written down, and then once they were written, it went through translation after translation after translation where certain things don't translate. Period. There's just certain words, certain emotions, certain feelings that you can't translate from one language to another because of cultural differences. And so now we've lost so much in translation over the centuries, and then it's been edited so heavily, and then it's been dogmatized so heavily that the story is barely there, but you can still pick it apart and kind of decipher like what this shit is and why has it persisted for century after century after century. But if we break it down and read this bitch like it was really written, or as close as we can get to how these people intended the understanding of these books to be. they're both saying it's not what people think it is. Period. It's just not. Yeah, gun still and disease. My uncle told me to read that book years ago. I still never read it though. He says, "Fuck these people."
Elohim Hashamayim Haaretz. So the term Shaddai, that doesn't mean Almighty, but it means Lord of the mountains, Lord of the steppe. But in the Bible, you find always the translation Almighty. But they know is not Almighty. Because, for example, in the Bible of Jerusalem, in the notes, they write that the translation Almighty is a mistake.
Right.
But since in the Bible must be God, God must be Almighty, so they insert Almighty. Also, they know that Shaddai doesn't mean Almighty.
So, but to be clear, in the original Hebrew, if somebody is a Hebrew speaker and understand Hebrew clearly, they will not read. They will not read the word Almighty.
No, exactly. They understand the real meaning.
So it's the problem is with the translation out of Hebrew into other languages.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
What is your special qualification to translate and to comment on biblical text?
I studied Hebrew with the Hebrew community of Turin. After I started to translate
What led you to start learning Hebrew?
For my interest, for my personal passion.
Yeah.
My personal passion. As you, I wanted to understand really, because I know Latin, Greek, ancient Hebrew, and so I wanted to know what is really written in this so-called Holy Book.
Yes.
And after I started to translate for me, the housing, the publishing house San Paolo, that is the main important publishing Catholic publishing house of the Vatican, saw my translation, and after they asked me to translate for them.
I see.
And I translate 70 books of the Old Testament. They published them exactly as I translated.
You were translating into Italian or into which language?
Into Italian.
Into Italian. Yeah.
But when I was translated for them, for example, the term Elohim was not translated, remained Elohim.
I see.
Because in the world, nobody knows the really meaning of the term Elohim. So it's better.
Nobody likes that. Listen what he says. Nobody knows what the real translation of Elohim means. That's what got me with this interview. I'm like, what? But everybody says that Elohim is the God. That's God, Elohim. But he's saying, no. It's a title. It's only a title. And there were many of these Elohim walking amongst these people in biblical antiquity. So what the fuck is an Elohim, and who the fuck were these people?
Not translated.
But to leave it as it is.
Exactly.
Which is, so that's a transliteration that we're looking at.
Yes, in my contract, they wrote that I must make a literary translation. Mm-hmm. So terms as Shaddai, mm-hmm. Elohim, mm-hmm. were not translated.
They were left as they were. Interesting. So it's true to say then that you're an official Bible translator for the Vatican?
Yes. For the publishing house San Paolo. Yeah. For the Vatican, yes.
And how's the relationship between you and the Vatican?
When I started to explain to the public the real meanings, mm-hmm. and when in 2010 I started to write my first book about the literary translation of the Bible, I was fired in 1 minute. Mm-hmm.
Dynamite, yeah, it's a very explosive subject.
All finished.
Right. So you had a temporary connection with the Vatican.
Yes.
And that resulted in the translation of 70 books.
Yes. After they published this 70 book with my name.
And they're still.
And so this is why I kind of find this guy interesting. So his translations, once he started putting out his translations, they were so compelling that the Vatican was like, yo, can you help translate some of these scriptures for us into Italian? He was like, yeah, no problem. So I took a contract with the Vatican, and they didn't use my translations. I'm telling them this is what it means, and they didn't publish it that way. And it's like, okay, well, you know what? I'll put this out myself. I'll put this information and publish it myself. And as soon as he did that, the Vatican was like, you know what, motherfucker? No. You weren't supposed to do that. And that's why we didn't publish it. So why are you publishing it yourself? So they found him as a threat. Whatever translations he had, they did not like that. So anybody who ruffles the feathers of established religious institutions like that, that means he's on to something. And you can say, oh, fuck these people, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Like, I think he's just some dude, just like any of us, just like you. You wanted to... You study under your mentor and like really figure that shit out. I think he just did the same thing. Zechariah Ascension. Everybody tries to debunk all of his books and his research and shit like that. But I honestly think even if Zechariah Ascension is 100% wrong, I still think that he was just some dude who's like found this subject very interesting and then just tried to study as much as he could and figure out as much as he could because the subject is so rare and not touched by a lot of academics and so taboo that you have to do the research yourself. And so I think that some of these guys just do that, just really believe like, you know what? I know there's the translation out here, but I wonder what would happen if I translated myself and read this shit myself. That's what happened when I read the Bible the first time, Just like, out of all the times I done heard preachers and pastors and everybody talk about this shit, let me read this shit for my damn self, see what this shit talking about. And then once I read it for myself, I'm like, yo, this shit weird as fuck, bro. Like, wait a minute. What the fuck? This what the Bible really is? Oh, hell. And so now, even going beyond just reading the book, he studied the ancient Hebrew language so he can read the oldest scripts of that shit that we have left, and he come up with a whole different thing. It's like, wait a minute, y'all been saying this shit, say this the whole time, but when I translate it, from my understanding, it's not saying that. As soon as he started telling people like, wait, some of these translations lacking, the Vatican was like, shut this motherfucker down. Shut him down right now. Shut him up. So, anybody who seems like a threat, or if they get ostracized or fired or whatever for their research, like they're onto something. That's why I like Graham Hancock too. Like his shit is kind of fringe and people call it pseudoscience, but he's so talked about and so admonished that like he must be onto something. And if he wasn't, because if he wasn't, why would you care so much if he's just wrong about everything all the fucking time? Who gives a fuck? But no, he's not wrong, and that's why people don't like him, because he does talk about these ancient civilizations and ancient technology and psychedelics and all that kind of shit.
They're still in print?
They now changed my name. They made a revision of this book, so to can insert another name and cancel my name.
That's crazy.
And when the relationship finished, they started again to translate Elohim with God. But when I was working for them, Elohim was not translated.
So do you think this is the essence of the problem then between you and the Vatican? Is the
Oh yes, great problem. But in 2016, I organized a meeting with 4 of the main theologians in Italy, 1 Catholic, all academics, and archbishops of Orthodox Church, rabbi chief of Hebrew community, and the most important biblical translator Protestant. We met in front of 600 people, and they must say in front of these people that in the Bible there is no the concept of creation by nothing. There is not the concept of transcendence. There is not the concept of spirituality. There is not the concept of Almighty. And so I was here and I thought in my mind, but they are saying what I say. Nobody.
Let's dig deeper into this question of El and Elohim and Yahweh, or YHVH.
Yes.
If I understand YHVH, it's supposed to mean I am that I am, or I am what I am. Is that incorrect?
It's not correct, because nobody knows the real meaning of the Tetragrammaton.
Yes.
Because when it was pronounced, the Hebrew language did not exist.
Right.
So nobody knows in what language was.
Let me pause
pronounced.
you there. You're saying the Hebrew language did not exist, and when it was pronounced, are we talking about to Moses, for example? So
yes.
And we, of course, nobody can absolutely confirm that Moses was a real historical figure at all. But if he was, then they would put the date at maybe 1200 BC.
1200, or in opinion of other scholars, 500.
5th century BC.
BC.
So much later. So there's some argument about when.
But nobody is sure about this.
But when did the Hebrew language come into existence?
In that moment, Aramaic was the international language as the English now.
Yeah. So.
But we don't know. Pardon. We don't know in what language the so-called Yahweh speak. But for example, we must know that the vowels of Yahweh were put 2000 years after their first pronunciation. So nobody knows the real sound of this name.
If we accept the early date for Moses, 1200 BC,
yes,
you're saying that the language that Moses spoke could not have been Hebrew.
No.
I, self, Lord and Master. I feel you, bro. But you see how you're breaking it down, though? Like, yo, the general language spoken at that time was Aramaic, even before Hebrew. So once again, even if you go to the Hebrew translation of these old books, it's not completely accurate. And even the first original Hebrew translation didn't have words for what was written in Aramaic, and so they had to like come up with their own translation as a placeholder because they don't know what it originally meant. And so that's why he goes once again like, no one knows what the fucking Elohim really means. It doesn't mean God Almighty. It's definitely not that. And he said he had a